Hey guys, welcome back to the best of Steph. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how I do my seafood salad. I posted this last week and a lot of you guys were asking, oh, how did I make it? So normally I had a video showing you in the beginning everything I have, but you're going to need green peppers, red peppers, tomatoes, cilantro, and then you're going to need jumbo squid. Then you're going to also need your garlic powder. Garlic powder is very important. Then you're going to need your cooking shrimp or your cooked shrimp. Any kind is fine as long as you have shrimp. Then you're gonna need your imitation crab. These things are important. Your jumbo squid, crab, and then your shrimp. So we're gonna put everything to the side, make it all nice and cute for the video. So normally this is what I do. I put a towel on the side, and then I have another towel on the other side because in that jumbo squid thingy, there's a lot of oil. So what I do is I put everything on the side. I put some oil inside of the little glass thingy. But first, let me show you the kind of knife that you use, the little knife. And then what I like to do is I like to take everything on the sides. If you can see, there's black stuff on the side. You cannot eat that. I don't know if people eat that, but if you do eat that, that's fine, but I like to clean it. I learned it from my mom. So what I do is I put everything to the side. I take off all that gunk on the side. And then once I'm done, as you guys can see, it's a little clean. I put it to the side and then I just keep cleaning everything just to make it nice and cute, nice and clean, because I don't know if that's actually good for you or I don't know what. All I know is that I like it to be cleaned. If you don't want to clean it, then that's fine. Just do it as you prefer. And then I'm going to keep cleaning it little by little and putting the excess stuff on the sides. The reason why I use this towel thingy is because it absorbs all the oil, because these jumbo squids are inside oil. So yeah, I normally use gloves, but I didn't have gloves, so I was using my hands, and the whole time I'm like, ew, but, anything for the video and anything for the chichos, because thy chichos are going to say gracias. So normally I use 5 of these jumbo squid thingies because I like to have some for the night. I like to have some for the next day, and then I like to have some for the next day. Normally this lasts like 2 days in my house, so the first day and then the second day, just because we all love seafood. All of us love seafood, so yeah. So then, as you guys can see, I keep cleaning it, making sure that everything comes out right. It looks nice and clean, and then I put everything to the side because then later on I'm going to be cutting it into little pieces, and then you're going to see soon how I form everything together. So as I'm almost done with the first one, you guys can see all that gunk on the side, and I'm really happy that showed up in the thing because I did not know there was a lot of gunk in that thing. So what I do is I throw it away, then I open up a new one, and then I put a little bit of the oil from the other one, because this one's the one that has garlic inside. So the first one was the one that didn't have garlic, it was just oil. And then the second one, it had garlic inside the oil. So it's good to have both of it, that way you can have them both absorb, because the octopus does get dry afterwards, and it's nice to have everything nice and like to come together, have taste, and and yeah. So basically you continue the same thing. You open it up, and then you just take off the gunk and stuff like that. I speeded it up, the process, a little bit, just because it was like 3 cans or 4 cans of octopus. So I will be right back, and then I'll show you when I cut everything and put it all together, you know what I mean? So right now it's time to cut them into little pieces, and what I do is I cut them in half or as small as I can, just because there are some pieces that are really big, some pieces that are very thick, and you do want to make this salad look like it's a lot, like nice and full and stuff like that. So I cut them up into little pieces, and then I put them all in. Once I'm done, I put them all in a certain way. That's how I learned from my mom. So my mom did like one section for everything, and then at the end she just mixed them all together. But as you guys can see over here, I'm just chopping it up and I'm making it into little pieces, making it look like there's a lot when it's probably not a lot, but in the eyes of other people it's going to be like, oh my god, that's a lot of octopus. So yeah, so what I do is, as you can see, I put them all on one side. I didn't just throw it. That way it could look like a pie. So like one section is just octopus, the other one can be shrimp, the other one can be the other one. That way it can look like a nice full circle. And then when it's time to like turn it all together, that way you can basically like manage what you need, what you're missing, and how much of something you should have. So I'm just going to keep chopping it up, keep putting it in my little section, and then we're going to be going on to the next one pretty soon. So as you guys can see, I already finished with my octopus cutting and putting everything together. So now I cleaned everything, and now I have a new one. So I like to put them different. I like to put my like the peppers and tomatoes and cilantro. I like to use one cutting board for that, and then another cutting board for the seafood, just because I was just taught like that. And I like to clean as I cook. So once I'm done with something, I like to cook. I like to clean. So we're gonna chop up these tomatoes. I used the wrong knife. I was too lazy to walk back and you get a new knife, so I was just struggling with that one. And yeah, we made it work. We made it work. I was over here like trying not to cut myself or stuff, just because I'm very good at cutting myself. But you know, that things happen. So what I like to do is I like to wash the tomatoes. Some people don't like to wash the tomatoes. I like to wash the tomatoes just because I like to wash them. But that's your preference. If you don't want to wash them, then that's fine. It's not like you're gonna die or something. But I like to cut them up into dice. So you just cut them up into little pieces, and then you put them into your little section. And then there's one part over there that was bothering me, and it didn't cut up the whole way. But as I was just cutting them, I was like, okay, let's just leave it there. But yeah, you're gonna cut up at least 2 tomatoes, I believe. 2 full tomatoes. I kept the last one just in case outside, just because you don't want it to have too much tomatoes, just because it'll take away the meaning of seafood salad. So, you know, I like to put them tomatoes, and I used 2 of them. And now we're gonna go with the pepper. So the pepper, I just cut them this way. I used to work at a cafe, and that's the way I saw people do it. I'm not sure if I'm doing it right, but oh my god, it's a little baby. I was like, oh my god. And I just threw it up the air and just put it to the side. It's so cute. So I wash my peppers too. Some people don't wash them, but I like to wash everything that I cook in, just because you never know. So I cut them in half, and then I take out those little white thingies on the side, just because you don't want those there, you know. They're the outcasts and everything. But you're going to cut them, and then once you're done, you're going to cut everything into like slices. I cut them weird. I cut them into long, skinny, fat, whatsoever. But, you know, we accept everyone here, just like we accept every size of bell peppers or peppers. And I decided not to put the red peppers, just because I thought it was going to be too much. So I just kept the green peppers, and I just kept cutting them. But normally I put them both, but for this video I only used one. If you want to use both, that's fine. But I already knew by the look of the tomatoes and the octopus that everything else wasn't going to fit. So I just kept the green peppers. But like I said, you can do anything you want. If you want to change it up, you guys can change it up and do your thing. And then I just chop everything up and then put it into their little section. And yeah, those didn't cut right, so I had to cut them like little pieces by pieces. And then I was struggling over here just because I was talking and then I was trying to vlog at the same time. And yeah, you just cut them up. Try not to cut a finger because, you know, it won't be seafood salad anymore. So now comes the seafood part. So normally I do everything first while I let the shrimp defrost. Then I take off the tail or the cacara. And then as you guys can see, I'm checking every time I take it out. I try to check if there's anything black in the shrimp, just because some people did not know that if you see like a little string, that is the shrimp poop. If you guys forgot, shrimp is an animal, so every animal has their needs. And people just eat them, and I don't know how that tastes, but my mom always taught me to take them out. So usually we get the ones that are already clean, but as we already know, sometimes se cuela uno, or you don't see it and then they don't clean it well. So as I'm taking them all out, I'm here just looking through, making sure, and then also making sure that there is no like the cacara, or I don't know what's it called in English, but just making sure that there's no extra ones there, just because you might pull it off, but then you might leave some cacara behind, and you don't want someone choking like me once. I ate seafood soup once that had cacara, and it was the worst day of my life, and my friends were trolling me because I was over here dying, and that was the worst day of my life. But yes, always have precaution. So with my shrimp, I cut them into little pieces. I cut them into 3s or into 4s, depending on your liking. So you also have to look into the eye, like visualize. Do I have a lot of shrimps? Do I have a little bit of shrimps? So I like to put a lot of shrimps just because I love shrimps. So it just depends on your liking. I love a lot of shrimps, so I just love a lot of shrimps. So I just cut them into little pieces and then make sure that they're all set and then they look nice and beautiful. So now we're gonna go on to our artificial crab. Usually people do their artificial crabs a little weird. They like to chop it up. I don't like to chop it up. I just like to use my hands and then just spread it around. It, like I said, it depends on your liking. Some people like chopped up really thick and stuff. I like them really skinny. I like a lot of so the artificial crab, I put a lot of artificial crab just because I love the tasting, and I feel like it just adds to the salad. Depends, if you like more shrimp, you could put more shrimp. If you want more octopus, you could put more octopus. But for me, I like more artificial crab, and as you can see, I was just opening up into little pieces and then just giving it its little space, its little love, because when you cook, you gotta put some love. You gotta put a lot of love, and then when people eat it, they're gonna know you did it with love because it tastes so good. And then the teachers are gonna say gracias, and then all of our teachers are gonna say gracias, and then we're gonna live happily ever after with our chichos happy. Amen. So here comes the fun part, and the fun part is the mixing part. As you can see, everything looks nice and cute, beautiful, and stuff like that. So if you guys remember, I put the oil in the bottom. That way the seafood salad won't be as dry. As you can see, everything's mixing together. I was struggling just because there was a lot of seafood and a lot of ingredients in here, and I grabbed the wrong like glass bowl thingy. That one was actually the small one. When I usually get the large one, that way it gives me space to like turn it and make it all look so cute. But I love how everything was coming out. I was just struggling on turning it and making sure that it like fall off, because you can't just can't have everything fall. So then what you do is I put a lot of garlic. Garlic is the main ingredient in this thing. Garlic is the bomb. Garlic is the best. And then also oregano, dry oregano is the best. And then you just twirl it and make it look all cute, because you gotta give it taste. So then I ended up using oregano, not the dried one. And then usually I just chop it off, but I was really lazy because it was a long day, so I just chopped everything up with my fingers, and but normally I just chop it up. But You know, you can use your fingers too. And then I added more olive oil. Don't put a lot because then it's gonna look like a pool. Remember, you don't need a pool, but you need some more adobo. More garlic. And then you're gonna add some adobo because you love that adobo. Then you're just gonna twirl everything. Then you're gonna twirl it and twirl it. And then you're gonna see if you need anything else. I normally saw that I needed more artificial crab, so I went and got more artificial crab because why not? It doesn't hurt to add a little more. And then you're just gonna keep twirling it and twirling it, making sure that you got that olive oil and then the octopus oil, in every like you got it there, like it's soaked in there. Like again, you don't want a lot. Then you're gonna go and then you're gonna taste test to see if you need anything else. You need more adobo, more garlic, more oregano. And then for me, it came out a little perfect. But you know, can't go wrong with more garlic. And then you're just gonna keep twirling, and then when you're like everything should look like this, and then you're gonna feed it to your family. You can do mofongos. I did mofongos with my dad that day, and then that's how it's gonna look like. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully you guys can try this out. Let me know how it came out. God bless.